afternoon to everyone. Today our group will present local government, but firstly let me introduce to our member. Our member consists of three members: Saiful Lim, Muhammad Aiman bin Azhar, and me. A local authority is referred to as a political subdivision of a state which is constituted by a law and has substantial control over local affairs. Hence, the function of the local authority in Sabah is based on the Local Government Ordinance 1961, thus regulating the responsibility and function of the local authority. In addition, the local authority comes in various forms and each of them shares some similarity as well as differences. In this video, we have chosen Kota Kinabalu City Council, Sandakan Municipal Council and Pitas District Council as a model of the local authority. Determining the status of a local authority, there are various criteria in considering the status of local authorities. Firstly, body corporate. A local authority is a body corporate according to Oxford reference. A body corporate is defined as a group of individuals who are legally authorized to act as an individual rather than a group of people. Being a body corporate allows a local authority to carry out its function as stipulated by the law, providing them with the opportunity to sue and to be sued. Additionally, it provides them with the power to possess a local authority seal as well as to conduct perpetual succession. Kota Kinabalu City Council is a body corporate that consists of two council members that are legally authorized to act as individuals rather than a group of people. For the Sandakan Municipal Council, it is a body corporate that consists of 20 council members, similar to Kota Kinabalu City. For the Pitas District Council, is a body corporate that consists of 18 council members and function accordingly to its decree Pitas District Council Instrument 2009. In the decree, it outlines the seal process in section 5, which is a circle with the words Majlis Daerah Pitas Sabah Malaysia around the circumference. Locally defined territory. A local government has its own distinct region. A specific territory in the sense of a local authority indicates that it has the jurisdiction to control and regulate a certain area that is defined by according their own decree. Like for Kota Kinabalu City Council, they follow Kinabalu City Hall Instrument 2000, while for Sandakan Municipal Council, they follow Sandakan Municipal Council Instrument 1983, and for Pitas District Council, they follow Pitas District Council Instrument 2009. Furthermore, a certain territory is frequently divided into multiple divisions, such as an urban division, a suburban division, and country division, and a sea division. There are two main differences in the sense of territory, in which each all of three then have their own distinct area and for Pitas District Council, they refer their region as township.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Aiman bin Azhar, and I'll be discussing on the financial, administrative, and functional autonomy of a local authority, specifically the Kota Kinabalu City Council, Sandakan Municipal Council, and Pitas District Council. When it comes to financial autonomy of a local authority, it is in the sense of financial liberty acquired from the federal government. This acquisition provided the local authority with the necessary power to decide on matters pertaining to their internal financial affairs, hence enable them to set and realize their strategic aims through independent management of funds, such as collecting taxes, licenses, fees, and use it for their own agenda of territorial development. In terms of similarities, All three of the local authorities follow the Part 5 of General Financial of Local Government Act 1976 in regards to their financial autonomy. However, in regards to the approach, each of them are different. This difference could be seen in their approach in regards to Tamu. For Kota Kinabalu City Council, they function according to their Kota Kinabalu City Council Tamu's bylaws 1980. In the bylaws, it outlines the imposition of two financial levy towards the hawker, namely license fee and rental fee. In terms of license fee, a hawker will charge at around 2 to 5 ringgit per month depending on the category stipulated in the bylaws, while for rental fee, a hawker will issue 5 ringgit monthly, thus accumulating an approximate total of 7 to 10 ringgit per hawker. Meanwhile, for Pitas District Council, they function under Pitas District Council Tamu Bylaws 2010. In the bylaws, it outlines the imposition of two financial levy towards the hawker similar to Kota Kinabalu City Council. However, a hawker would only be charged with a flat rate of 10 ringgit per month, which already includes both license and rental fee. For Sandakan Municipal Council, they function in accordance with the Sandakan Municipal Council General Bylaws 1955, and a hawker is required to pay a monthly rental fee only. However, the charges is range at RM2 to 100 ringgit per month depending on the categories. In terms of the imposition of financial levy, Kota Kinabalu City Council is the only local authority that impose one form of financial levy compared to the others, namely the license fee and rental fee. In terms of median of rate, Petas District Council is the lowest, which is 10 ringgit per hawker, while Sandakan Municipal Council has the highest median rate, which is RM51 ringgit per hawker. The probable reason behind this difference is due to the nature of Petas District itself, which it is classified as the poorest district in Malaysia, while for Sandakan Municipal Council, mainly it is because it is a hub for tourism. Next is administrative autonomy. An administrative autonomy in the context of local authorities is defined as the ability of a local authority to hire and fire their staff in accordance with the stipulated rules and policies. Generally, the practice of administrative autonomy could be divided into three, namely separated, fusion, and integrated personnel system. However, in Malaysia, all local authorities practice the fusion system. Generally, a fusion system is referred to as the combination of both separate and integrated personnel system, meaning that the local authorities behave similarly as a private organization in the sense of having full autonomy. However, their staff are regulated by a central body, the Local Government Commission. Hence, they can hire and fire their staff liberally except for Group A staff, which requires state government approval. Despite having the same practice, it benefits the Kota Kinabalu City Council, Sandakan District Council, and Pitas District Council in a different manner. Firstly, in terms of vacancy, the federal government can fill available vacancies in a particular local authorities, such as in Kota Kinabalu City Council. So let's say there are some vacancies in an important position that remain unfilled, then they can acquire help from the federal government to fill in the spot. Secondly, in terms and conditions of service, it is standardized throughout every local authorities, hence giving a big advantage especially to a smaller council, because the public personnel there may be given higher wages compared to other larger local authorities. For example, the Pitas District Council is smaller compared to Kota Kinabalu City Hall and Sandakan Municipal Council. Thus, the personnel there may gain higher wages compared to other. Next is on the functional autonomy of local authority. Having a functional autonomy provides a local authority to practice their competencies in the sense of fulfilling the needs of their local communities. In the sense of the local authorities in Sabah, though they have their own competencies, they are constrained in the context of hiring professional workmen in fulfilling the needs of their local communities due to the strict procedure which they are required to go through the federal government just to do so. Hence, they are lacking skilled manpower, thus impeding the development of certain local authorities. This could be seen in the rate of development of the district of Pitas, which is relatively slower compared to Kota Kinabalu City and Sandakan district. Despite the difficulties, they find alternatives. In the context of Kota Kinabalu City, they do not suffer the constraint as much as other local authorities due to being the capital city of the state of Sabah. As a result, the city itself is constantly supervised by various professional bodies such as Khazanah Sabah Berhad (QSB). As a result, Kota Kinabalu City will serve as a basis for trial of Sabah's first electric bus service before being implemented to other districts. For Sandakan district, they avoided the constraint through the establishment of Sandakan Municipal Council's Highway and Public Utilities Committee (HPUC) to identify problems faced by the people of Sandakan. They held several dialogues and visits around different areas of Sandakan. For the Pitas district, despite being a lesser compared to others in terms of its competency, it is partially dependent of the Kota Marudu District Council, thus easing the burden of the district council in terms of its functional autonomy.
The sixth policy, which is policy and decision making of the local authorities such as door tax and the bylaws which are decided by a council. The reason behind this is to form decentralized body that would speed up decision making. The council will consist of the mayor, the Yang di-Pertua Majlis, and councillors. For Kota Kinabalu City Council, it is composed of the president, vice president, and not more than 20 members who are appointed by the minister. They will be appointed for a period of 1 year, except for the president and vice president, which appointed for a period being longer than 1 year. The council can hold not less than 4 ordinary meetings each year. For Sandakan Municipal Council, they will compose of president, vice president, and not more than 20 members who are appointed by minister. All the appointed members are appointed for a period of not exceeding 2 years. This is longer compared to Kota Kinabalu City Council. The president and vice president should appointed for more than 1 year, as the minister may determine. The president should be a member of or employed in the state public service. This was similar to Kota Kinabalu Council. The council can have meetings once every month as mentioned in Sandakan Municipal Council Instrument 1983. For Pitas District Council, the council composed of district officer Pitas and not more than 18 members to be appointed by the Minister of Local Government and Housing. This is a bit different from Kota Kinabalu City Council and Sandakan Municipal Council. All members of the council should be appointed for a period of not exceeding 2 years. The chairman of the council should be the district officer of Pitas, and the vice chairman should be elected by all the members of the council. The council can hold not less than 4 ordinary meetings each year. 7. A local authority can make its own law, which are known as bylaw. A bylaw is the lowest tier in Malaysia as it practiced in definite territory. Thus, it functions parallel to its parent law and the federal constitutions. All the 3 local authorities are there to Part 2 Administrations of Local Authorities of Local Government Act 1976 as the parent act in regard making their own bylaw. This could be seen in the approach of each local authorities in regard to pub and bar lounge premises, which differ from each local authority. For Kota Kinabalu City Council and Sandakan Municipal Council, they function according to Kota Kinabalu City Council pub and bar lounge premises Bylaw 1980 and Sandakan Municipal Council pub and bar lounge premises 1984. In terms of their autonomy, they shared similar duties and jurisdictions. The reason behind this is because Kota Kinabalu City Council Pub and Bar Lounge Premises Bylaw 1980 provides landmark provisions, especially in matters of pub and bar lounge premises in Sabah, thus intriguing Sandakan Municipal Council to follow similar actions. However, for Pitas District Council, it is silent in regards to pub and bar lounge premises. Thus, actions may be taken depending on the severity of a case. This is because no such demand to have these kinds of premises in this district. However, the absence of this bylaw does not mean the local community aren't controlled by any law in regard to the pertaining matter. They would refer to the closest provisions. 8. Local authority can also get involved in the business. This is because it enables them to create their own source of income, thus providing the necessary funds in developing it locally. The business itself can be done either through joint ventures with the private sector or on its own. For example, aside from controlling their local affairs, Pitas District Council also focus on renting out building lots and premises to the locals. For Kota Kinabalu City Council, they involve in selling parking coupon books to the parking users in Kota Kinabalu. The coupon books come in various colors in which each of them are varied in terms of usage. Users can buy red coupon book for 2 ringgit if they want to park in a long time. Otherwise, users can buy blue coupon book for 50 cents if they want to park in the short term. For Sandakan Municipal Council, it is involved in various tourism activities as Sepilok Jungle Resort and Agnes Keith House. Sandakan itself is known as a popular tourism destination, hence providing them the opportunity to get involved in the business. For Pitas District Council, they involve in the palm oil plantations. Thus, by involving in its industry, it provides them the opportunity to source their own income. The last characteristic of the local authority is infra-sovereign. Being an infra-sovereign state means that a local authority in Malaysia is in nature a geographic subdivision of sovereign national or quasi-sovereign national that only perform its function as expressly mentioned within their statutes. Thus, it does not have any elements of sovereignty compared to the federal government and state government due to the principle of ultra vires. According to Robson, the local authority may involve the non-sovereign community possessing the legal right, conceptions of a territory, and the necessary organizations in regulating its own affairs. Local authorities such as Kota Kinabalu City Hall, Sandakan Municipal Council, and Pitas District Council are geographical subdivisions contained within the states of Sabah. They have their own provinces as well as other intermediate units, and they are defined to a certain definite area of region, population, and organization successions, including the authority to carry out certain public activities. They have the authority to levy taxes as stipulated by the Parent Act and have an independent budget.
A local authority is a political component of a state that is established by a law and has a significant responsibility over local affairs. As a result, the Local Government Ordinance 1961 governs the function of the local government in Sabah. As a result, the tasks and functions of the local government are regulated. Furthermore, a local exists in a variety of forms, each with its own set of parallels and particulars. In conclusion, as an example of local government, look at Kota Kinabalu City Council, Sandakan Municipal Council, and Peters District Council. The basis of this selection are three physically located in state of Sabah. Despite this, their behavior differ from another. As a result, depending on the criteria provided, they demonstrate and similarities and variancy.